Welcome to this special episode where my co host Ed and myself, Pierre, are going to speak about the pleaser and the unpleaser one. So, we believe actually in a world, in our modern world, modern society, we have pleaser people and unpleaser people, or just maybe pleaser for themselves, like self pleaser and pleaser for others. What do you think, Elle?
Well, hello there. Well, I've met some pleaser. Most of them are actually pleasers.
So, when you mean by pleaser, like what I was saying, they are there to, they want to please others, or at least they are afraid to unplease others.
Yes. Some decisions they make are not based on what they really want, but based on what other people want, or what other people say they want to happen. But then, when you're a pleaser, it's like, yeah, sure, you just you go with it because
Yes.
you don't want to create conflict, perhaps, or maybe, you know sometimes saying no is uncomfortable.
So you
you
say
know
yes, even if it's not a yes, just because you know the person is expecting you to say yes.
Yes, just because you have some sort of relationship, like maybe you've been friends for 1 year, and it's like they say that, oh, hey, can we host a party at your apartment? And then he would say, huh?
And
It's like
to
you
be
do.
honest, inside of you, you don't want. It's a bit annoying for doing that,
Yeah, and there's some.
but you know that if you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we can't," or "I can't," um, that person, will be a little bit upset, or you believe the friendship will be different, or maybe not about the friendship.
I'm not sure about the friendship because, to be honest with you, I'm in some cases I'm a pleaser, in some cases I'm not. But but I never really knew if there's a change in relationship or not. Maybe
Oh
there is
yes,
actually.
you should do some split tests.
Oh my gosh, that is some
So
dangerous test to have
that's
here.
a bit dangerous. It depends how much you care about the person. Maybe sometimes not a friend, just someone like a colleague, or but it's not, you won't lose much if you say no, and at least you learn to say no.
Yes,
The power of saying no.
of course, yeah. Power say no is really difficult, and
Yes.
to make the everything just, you know, to make everything go on, you just say yes, because, but yes, at your own expense, but not really
I
at your own
see.
expense, like I don't know, like, can I have your kidneys? Not at that
Oh yeah, no,
stage,
no, of course.
but
Usually it's from everyday
situations.
situations.
Yes.
So the situation you told me about someone who were asking you for hosting a party at your apartment, that was not an example. It was a situation that happened for
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So what did you say? And do you regret your decision? Like what happened? Can you?
Actually, I mean, it's no big deal, to be honest. It's like,
Yes.
but to some it is, but to us it's like, it adds a bit of a burden. You see, it's like, can we host the party at your apartment? And then we have to clean a bit. We have to prepare.
Indeed.
We have to prepare lots of things.
Cleaning before and cleaning
After,
after.
that's right.
Yes.
And we would think that, huh, should I prepare some drinks and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that?
Will they bring their food, or
Yeah.
because now I am the one who organize it, people would expect me to welcome the guests well, and maybe some others. The friend who asked you if it was possible to host her party at your place, she asked that to you. But the others, maybe they thought, oh yeah, of course. Elle she maybe she offers her apartment to, I mean, she proposed that, and they will say, oh, but however, she doesn't even offer food and drinks, and they would be a bit upset to you, and actually you didn't do anything. But sometimes just because it's a awkward situation. So you don't really know, okay, I would like to say no in an ideal world, but I know that because of pressure, because of what the society taught me. I mean, when you're a kid, you learn that you have to be polite, and it's better to say yes in some situations. Like, you always have people, I don't know, asking, oh, I don't know. For instance, in my case, I had an inspection in my apartment. Every 3 months, we have an inspection to check if the place is fine. And the person always asks you at the door, "Oh, can I enter?" And of course, you have to say yes. If you say no, they say that just to be polite. And maybe this is why we are so often we say yes instead of saying no. The first time I went to a English spoken country, a bodyguard asked me something I didn't understand. I was at the entrance and I said yes, because when you don't understand, usually you say yes, like as a default answer. It's the same. We don't say no, we say yes. And I believe it comes from our education, from the standard we have to be. I mean, from how we have to behave.
Yeah, so that happened, but at the end, going back to my situation, it did happen, and then it's a bit it's just a tad annoying, but then in the end, it's like, yeah, people had fun, and then it's like, okay, yeah, it already happened, and everybody wants to be here, so let's just do it. But yeah, it's really difficult to be saying no to people sometimes, and just to say no, you must have a reason as to why you're saying no. It's like you can't have a party because somebody's visiting, like an old person is visiting my apartment and she doesn't like loud noises. It has to be some sort of reason so you could say no.
A valid reason.
Yeah, like
yes.
So same for me actually. I happen to be in the same situation where I was having a hard time saying that I couldn't do it. So I must have a reason as to why I can't do it anymore. So
I see.
Yeah, it's really, it couldn't be like, yeah, I'm tired, or it couldn't be just like a plain no. It's because I think this one I'm pleasing people for my own expense, because in the end I'm so tired and
yeah, and so actually it's bad for you. You say yes, but actually it impacts your personal life
and your health.
Exactly, as well, and your happiness. And I believe the more you say yes, the more often you will have to be a person pleaser. Because, for instance, for your apartment, I think from what you told me, you already, I mean, it wasn't the first time. Previously, you already said yes if they for parties, so you already hosted some kind of friends parties. I mean, just birthday whatsoever, and so obviously that friend knew. Oh yes, I will ask to Elle because I know she did that already before, and I know she has a bigger apartment than me, and because she did that already before, she's really likely to say yes again. So the more you are pleasing people, the more people expect you to please them.
I know.
Let's say.
I know, and it's really difficult, especially when you started the train of yeses, and then the train just doesn't cut, it doesn't stop. So
what does that mean?
The train of yeses is like what you said. You said yes before.
Yeah.
You must say yes the next one. You must say for the next one, you must say yes. For the next one, you must say yes. So it's like a train of yeses. And it's like.
And
really
then
difficult.
if one time you say, oh no, I can't do that, they will be even upset because they would think, oh, before Elle used to say yes all the time, and now she says no. Did I do something wrong? People think it's because of them. Then they think, oh, I did something Elle didn't like, and actually it's about your life. But somehow we think we are the center of the world, and when someone says no, we think it's because of us. However, most of the time it's because of themselves. Like they're not able. Like for you, it's because you just can't. It's bad for your mental health. It's bad for your happiness. It's not good for. You are tired and you don't have time. So that's why you would say no. But people would think it's because you are mad at them, which is not the case, obviously.
Yeah, but that part is not, it's not the case for me. But yeah,
Yes.
it's just a tad bit annoying, that's all. But in the end, it's like, yeah, it's fine. It already happened in a way, so it already happened again. But yeah, soon there is gonna be a no. But yeah,
I see.
yeah, if it happens.
So, what do you think? Do you think people should be more, a pleaser person or a unpleaser person?
I think there should be a balance for two. Because if you just say no for the sake of saying no, then that's
Oh, no,
definitely
no,
not.
but just about yourself. Do you think people have to be more selfish?
No, I think you should prioritize yourself first, and then if there's an opportunity to help in your mind, even
Oh,
though
yes.
even though it's even though it's a tad bit annoying, or it's a tad bit it's just you go out of your way of doing something. It's fine to say yes, for me, I think, because
And most of the time, we enjoy helping others when we are not forced, when
that's
it's
right,
our
yeah.
decision, and when we care about them, we like doing that.
Yeah.
However, when we feel forced to help someone, we don't enjoy it. So then it's better to say no, because
Yeah.
the help won't be the same.
The help won't be genuine.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that if you genuinely want to say yes, then say yes. If you genuinely want to say no, then say no. But the problem is there is a fine line as well, where you like you're so tired to say yes, you're so tired to do the party, let's say, at your house, but then it's no big deal anyway. So you just say yes. So I don't know about those kinds of situation. I'm still learning myself, to be honest.
I see.
It's really difficult to, especially when if there's has to be context with everything as well. So yeah, it's like, what if they initially planned to have it somewhere else, but then something has changed, and then your apartment is the quickest where everybody could go. So it's like, yeah, like, okay, you don't want to ruin something that everybody has planned. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit annoying, but that's okay. Just say yes. I mean, probably those people, if you're friends with them, of course they're good people, then probably they'll help you clean up and do things around the house. So yeah,
Sometimes it depends.
sometimes, yeah.
You have, I think actually there's a book about the power of saying no, and I know on YouTube, and I follow some entrepreneur YouTubers, and sometimes what you can do is for a whole week or for a whole month, you say no to everything, every request. And there is the opposite. You say yes also to everything. So here, because we are more maybe focused about the positivity of saying no for the sake of our happiness, let's speak about the challenge of saying no for a whole week. It's just to help you after in the future. It will be easier for you to say no. So if for a whole week you say no, you will have people, you will have unhappy friends, unhappy people won't understand, and at least you will be kind of vaccinated. If you say no, it depends how many requests you have. Maybe for a average person, it will need to be in a month, because they don't have many requests in a week. But if you say no to everything for just a month, just a challenge. After that month, you can explain to them that actually it was a challenge for you to, if it's your, if they are your friends, they would understand because they want you to be happy. And after you can explain once your challenge is over, you can explain you did that just for you to have more options to say no. I mean, more ease. Like, let's say it would be easier to say no. And I believe it's a good challenge. So, what do you think about that? Saying no for like a week or a month, just for you to be vaccinated. You will have people upset, and after oh yeah, I don't care actually. Like, my life didn't change. No one died, so now I know that nothing bad will happen if I say no, because I did that for a month, and actually the worst was almost nothing. People are a bit upset for like a few hours, and after they just forget or they forgive you over time. And after it's fine, they will just be a bit frustrated at the moment you say no. And after it's okay. People learn from that, and they will ask you less requests or less things from you, because they know you are always saying no, and it will help you by itself to have less requests, and so you will have less. I mean, it will be you will have way less chance to please people.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. It kind of reminds me of a movie called Yes Man, but the opposite.
Oh, that's the opposite.
He was constantly saying no to people. Actually, it's like he's really good at saying no to people. It's like no,
right.
no. But apparently, he was it was a bit destroying his life, because just no to everything. And then he went into a seminar, and the seminar is about saying yes to everything. And yeah, his life changed, but it's all coincidences. He got a girlfriend, he learned a language, and then he learned some guitar because he was saying yes to everything. But then apparently that is a recipe for, in the movie, okay, that saying yes to everything was a recipe for him to be investigated by the the FBI, I think. And then because he was learning a different language, and they were thinking that, oh, maybe he's terrorist, spy, stuff like that. And then, but it's all coincidences, and it was by Jim Carrey, actually, the lead actor.
Oh wow,
it's Yes Man. Yeah,
I should watch it.
You should watch it. But yeah, it's like almost the same, but just the opposite. He keeps saying yes to everything, and even all the advertisements for, do you want guitar lessons? It's like, oh yes, I want guitar lessons.
That's also really good. That's not really about people
pleasing, but yeah.
However, it adds. I mean, it increases drastically the chances to have more opportunities.
Yeah.
If you say yes to everything, by default you will have way more opportunities. A friend asks you, oh, would you like to have a drink with me tonight after work? You say yes, and maybe you will meet other people, and you will build a network, and you will have a different job, the job you are dreaming of. And then someone else asks you, oh, would you like to do a presentation in this event? You say yes, because you cannot say no, so you say yes. It's the only option you got. And then people will learn about you, and again, more opportunities. And then yes, you see an ad in the shop, in the supermarket, about a dancing class or a guitar lesson. You said yes, I will subscribe to it. And and so on, and then you will build your network that way. Someone asks you in the street if you want to do a donation. You said yes, and then you feel more generous, and so on and so on. And yeah, that's a good idea too. But that's not really about people pleasing. People pleasing is mostly about things you like saying yes there, or in the situation of the movie. It's a choice. You decided. You said to yourself, okay, I will say yes to everything, and let's see what happens. But you can after say no. No one will be upset if finally you say no. It's your decision. However, about people pleasing, you say yes, but it's not really you. who wants to say yes.
Yeah.
You say yes because you're scared to unplease people.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Saying yes is much easier than saying no.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
most of the
right.
time.
Most of the
However, it adds a lot of complexity, and sometimes it's about helping someone at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, and you really don't want to do that. Sometimes it's a lot of time consuming. Sometimes someone asks you to, I don't know, someone is moving to another house, and they ask you, oh, hi Elle, are you free on Saturday? I would like you. I mean, would you mind to give me a hand, helping me to move to my new house? And you will say yes. And actually, you really don't have time. You are so busy, and maybe you don't even you don't even enjoy doing that.
Yes.
So,
So how about you? Are you much more of a people pleaser or are you an unpleaser?
well, I think compared to you, I'm more unpleased person.
I think I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so, but it depends on your legacy. I think people ask me way less requests because they know I'm never available. Uh, if someone asks me by text, hey, would you can are you free tomorrow for doing that? Which happened. I mean, I've seen that, and I see the message 2 weeks later. Of course, it's outdated. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I removed WhatsApp, or I wasn't on my phone, or I got a new phone. I didn't see your message." And obviously, it's already outdated. I mean, the message was like for the next day, and that's fine. Actually, I am like this, and people know directly this is me. So I advertise myself like this. So then people know that they shouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't expect anything. I think the danger is when you start to say yes to something, and then people expect a lot from you. But when you show directly yourself as someone who is never accessible, then you are fine. Like for you, it's because with your apartment, for instance, let's do that situation because it's the example you gave. If you your friend asked you because you already hosted some parties before. But if the friend knew that your apartment was like, oh no, me hosting a party in my apartment? Never. Then she wouldn't have asked that to you, and she would knew that it's not personal, it's not about her. She knows then that it's just about you. You don't want to host a party, no matter from who it is. But because if she knows you hosted already a party for someone else, then she will think, oh, Elle doesn't want to host a party because of me, because she did already for someone else. This is the danger.
Yeah.
So now it's never too late. Obviously, in my case, I always have to be careful not saying yes too often, because then I might become a person pleaser.
A yes man.
Yes. However, for someone who is already a person pleaser, you are not in a trap. You can change, but I think obviously you can change, maybe not overnight. However, it depends on the way you say no, because you have a harsh no, where usually your friends won't really understand, and you have a nice no, but a no they will understand. However, somehow, most of the time, to say a polite no, we have to lie. Most of the time we say, oh, I'm sorry, I have this or this or this, or my friend is sick, my kids are having a party, or I don't know, I have a city trip on that day, I'm not available. Actually, it's not true, but you think you have to lie because you can't say, oh, I just want to have a day for myself. Because saying that sounds selfish.
I know.
And somehow, being selfish is not well accepted. I believe everybody should be selfish, because we are all selfish. At the end of the day, usually the decisions we take are made on selfish foundations. But because of, I don't know, the education or something else, people believe being selfish is bad. So people lie, but at the end of the day, they are selfish. But to not be seen as selfish people, they have to lie. But they are still the same. They still make the decision based on selfish reasons. So I think you should just say, yes, I'm selfish, but people don't like it because it sounds like you don't care about them. However, it's not true. Being selfish doesn't mean you don't care about others. It's just that you are the priority number one and the others are priority number two, which is normal. Like saying, yes, others are priority number one, me, I'm always priority second, sounds sad. But being selfish is just that you think you are more important than others. But because your life is your own life, I believe it's important that you are the most important person for yourself. I mean, it depends. Some people don't see that way. I think it depends on the words you use. You might care more than you care about yourself. Like a parent who cares more about their kids to themselves, but I believe if they are not selfish enough about themselves, they won't be able to help enough the kids. You have to help first yourself. You need first to have a healthy life, healthy diet to be able to help others. It's like in the plane. In the plane, you always see this. People always, the steward says, if you have, what's the name when you don't have oxygen? Oxygen in the plane?
There's a mask that comes down
yes.
at the top.
What's
and
that?
Then they said,
yeah.
Always put the mask on first to yourself.
First to yourself
before helping others.
Yes, before to your kids. Because if you give it first to your kids, you might be unconscious already, and then you won't be able to help your kids to go out of the plane. So first, if you want to help others, you first need to have to help yourself, to have oxygen, to be able to help the others.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's exactly the same. Otherwise, if you help first the others, then you will be unconscious. And if the others rely on you, like a kid, they rely on you, well, it's pointless. So this is why they say that always first to yourself before to help others.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
But it's not selfish. It's just, it's just how it works.
It's just for better order, I would
yes.
say, because it wouldn't work if you're already unconscious and then, both of you would probably be in danger.
Then you will both die.
So yeah, it's much better. You have better chances for yourself and for others if you help yourself first before helping others.
Definitely. It's the same, you have some parents, they eat really bad food. They don't have a healthy lifestyle. However, they want their kids to have a really good lifestyle, to eat really healthy. And so they don't understand because they say to the kids, you should eat this, not that. You should go to bed at that time, not after midnight. You should wake up at this time. You should do exercise. And they believe, okay, I'm not selfish. I do my best for my kids. I say everything I want my kid to be. But me, I don't care. I have the worst lifestyle. And the kids, at the end of the day, they don't understand because usually kids copy what their parents do or what adults do. So if their parents are eating not well, they don't have a healthy lifestyle, they don't do exercise, over time, the kid will become like them. Although the parents say, no, you should eat healthy. If the kid sees the parents always eating unhealthy food, they will also eat unhealthy food at some point. However, if you are more based on yourself and you always eat healthy food, doesn't matter what you say to your kids, you don't even have to say anything. The kids by default will do what they see. So if you always do exercise, the kids will follow you doing exercise. You always go to bed at 10, they will also go to bed at 10 because you go to bed at 10. In my case, sometimes I don't understand. My mom was saying, Pierre, you have to go to bed at 9 p.m. I was really young. And I don't understand because my parents were still awake until midnight. I said, why my parents are forcing me to go to bed that early, but they don't. It sounds a bit like, usually kids want to do the same as their parents, as adults do. And if you are not really selfish, but if you apply those kind of really important fundamental rules to yourself, the kids will just follow you and they will do exactly what you do. And so it's the same for everything. So I believe if you treat yourself very well, people can say you are selfish, but at the same time, people will maybe be more inspired about you, and they will also be like you, and they will be happier. And if everybody is happier, well, everybody will be happier. Like if you are a person pleasing, but you don't look really happy because actually you said yes to something you didn't want to do, people will feel it, that you are not 100% happy. However, if you control your life the way you want, you will be so happy and you will be able to be better with others as well.
Yeah, that's right. So, bottom line is, if you want to say no, because you want to say no, then say it. No, just don't say yes for the sake of other people. Think of yourself first.
Yes. And always the problem of saying no, then most of the time we always lie. Like, oh, why are you late at work? We don't say, oh, I overslept. I mean, we could. I have some colleagues who said, oh, I overslept. I like that. But usually you would say, oh, there was, I don't know, no hot water and I had to wait in my apartment. Or there was, I don't know, something else. The bus was late. The train was late. Actually, it's not true. But people try to, I mean, this is not really about saying no, actually. Yes, that's a different example. But sometimes you say no because, I don't know, you say, oh, have a party. But it's hard to say no. However, I believe a simple no, you can just say no because I'm busy. That's simple. Busy, everybody's busy, so you don't lie. And that's fine. Or no, because I need time for myself. It's not selfish because everybody needs time for themselves. Otherwise, it's like slavery. I mean, yes, but I believe the more you do, the easier it will become, because then it will be a habit. You just say yes when it's fine for you. Yeah. And you say no when it's not fine for you.
Yes,
you want to help, but when you are able to help. If you are so busy, if you help, you won't be able to help well because it's not the right time for you.
I think we should include this to our early years education, no? It's like, okay, people should be considerate of other people's lives, and if you feel like you don't like doing something, then say no. Because they don't teach us those things back when we were young, and now here we are all grown up, and we think that, oh my gosh, I must please everybody, and people would think that they're entitled as well for your time and for what you have. But then, I think it boils down to education as well, as to why we're like this nowadays, where we're more of a pleaser than an unpleaser. Is because nobody taught us how to be I mean, it is taught, of course, how to be considerate, but then not really drilled into our education to sometimes think about other people and how time is precious for others, so that we don't ask questions that would make people say yes. It's like, can I go to your apartment? But then you never really think that hey, maybe she doesn't want us to go to her apartment because she wants time for herself. And also, we're never taught to say no if you don't want to. It's like, in my case, okay, I'm not sure nowadays, but in my case, it's like, it was never taught to say no when you don't want to. It's like, it's really it is a life lesson that was never really taught.
Because you don't like confrontation.
Well, in my culture, it's not a thing for us.
Probably.
Yeah, it's not a thing, and people don't understand that. Yes, we have lives, so sometimes we need time for ourselves as well. So I think that could be a good start on how we improve the next generation. I think because it's not everything is about, I don't know, the typical lessons you do in school, but it's about living life in the end. So yeah, I think I think the terminology is a bit too strong, unpleaser, pleaser
Probably,
for
yes.
children. But then you teach something that is in line with those practices, because
Indeed.
once it when it's engraved in you, like me, it's really difficult to get rid of it, especially when other people
It's hard.
who's like
Especially
me.
when other people already know that normally you say yes to those kind of things.
And yeah, it's really, I mean,
Especially also when it's part of your culture.
that's right.
Like what you said, for you, confrontation is not really part of your education background. So when you hang out also with people in the same culture as you, they won't understand you, because normally you are supposed to behave a certain way and you don't anymore. So people will say, oh, wow, Elle, you have changed. What happened?
Yeah. And back then, when I was really young, people invite me to parties. I don't want to go. So I tell them, my mom says no.
Oh, yeah.
But then now I don't have a mom. I don't have a mom. I say, yeah, hey, can we go to your apartment? I said, my mom says no. I can't do that because I'm paying for my own apartment. It's my apartment.
Yeah, nowadays
So
you
really,
don't have, your mom is not living
my
with you
mom is
anymore.
not there to help me anymore to say no to people. So I'm like, it's really difficult, That's why it must be taught. It's like, like maybe in elementary or high school, I'm not sure with how the educational system works in other countries, but yeah, it must be taught, because look at me, like right now I'm having a bit of difficulty because my mom was just there to help me, and I don't even ask my mom. I just said, my mom says no, I ask her. Yeah, it's like I always do that all the time. Yeah, so.
And I think probably you don't learn that in the elementary school because it's a bit taboo.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nobody teaches you those things.
Yes, so unpleaser and pleaser person, maybe the word is not really well defined. I think pleaser person is fine. Pleaser, yes, you just please people. But unpleaser, you don't really unplease them, because after they will learn, you say no, so they will be fine. So maybe pleaser and
the no.
self-pleaser, or I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
At least you self-please yourself, or you please others.
Yeah.
But it should be, we should learn that at school.
I think it should be
how
taught.
the power of saying no, and why your life is like it's your life. But I believe it's about education and about what's taboo, what's not taboo, and maybe some parents will be unhappy if their kids learn that. I believe also school is not only based for the kids, but usually the teachers at school, they try to give a lesson parents will be happy with.
Maybe.
And they don't want to create politics. I mean, they don't want to create I don't know, some kind of debate with the parents. So if probably maybe some kind of parents will be unhappy if their kids learn about this. Maybe, I don't know, because then they would say, kids usually then they will play with that kind of rule, and they will say, oh no, mom, I don't want to clean my bedroom because my teacher said that I shouldn't please you. And obviously the parents won't be happy with that.
I know.
So maybe this is why we don't learn this. Obviously when we are adult, we are more mature, so we know saying no is about us, it's about the good of us. I mean, it's for the good of our life and happiness. But obviously, when we are a kid, we will use that kind of rule for not cleaning our bedroom
Or
or
silly
for not.
things.
Yes.
Like my teacher told me, like I can say no for cleaning, so
Yeah.
no. That's right.
It depends
actually.
for what. When we are adult, the consequences are directly on us.
Yes.
But when we are a kid, it's not the same.
That's right. Do you, I digress a bit, but do you have like a subject in your elementary days where they teach you good manners and right conduct?
My mom definitely did a lot. So I don't remember. In my school, no. I don't. As far as I remember, I don't think so. But my mom, she's really, for her, it's so important, good manner and how to eat well, you know, during a meal and how to be polite, a lot of things. And I think I'm so grateful from her because it's the fundamental of everything. But at school, no, I don't think so. I had. What about you?
Yeah, we had it.
Oh.
Good manners and right conduct, but it's for other people, not for yourself. You know.
Oh yes,
It's like,
again, yes,
yeah.
I see.
And it's
I see what you
really,
mean.
yeah. I mean, well,
So it's based to please others.
Yes.
But it won't help you. Like they speak about good manner to others, but they don't speak about how to treat yourself well alone.
Yeah, that's right. So
a good manner to yourself, because I believe good manner just for yourself is so important, because so many people, they treat themselves like rubbish when they are alone. When they are alone, they don't do the dishes, they don't respect themselves, they don't eat well, they don't they don't sleep a lot, they respect themselves so much. And then they try to be a good person with others, which is really important too. But they should also learn how to be a good person to themselves first, I believe.
Yeah, the subject, which is GMRC, good manners and right conduct, it always speaks about trying to help other people. That it drills those thoughts in your head that, yeah, I must say yes.
So you must say yes.
Because I'm helping other people. But then I'm really happy.
So that's interesting. So for you, actually, at school, you have the opposite. We were speaking about the importance of having a class of, teaching us saying no to others. But you actually have a kind of a subject where you learn
that helping
to
others
say
is
yes.
good. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't have that.
Yeah, we had those. So in my head, I'm like,
others, no.
I would think that if I say no, because it's like I'm a bad person, but no, you're not. It's just that you don't want to, and that's okay.
No, it's definitely not about being bad or good. Yeah. No.
So yeah, it's
ironic otherwise.
Yeah. So in I'm not really sure. I graduated elementary for a really long time ago. I'm 27 now, so hopefully that subject has changed. It has taught us more practical things in life.
Yes.
Because otherwise, it's like we're creating a new generation of children as well, like me.
Still the same, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it
doesn't involve.
Yeah, and the thing is, we should do better in every generation. So always. I think always, because we learn from our mistakes, and
yes,
I think they should have it.
We are there to make the world a better place. That's our main goal, I believe, as a citizen of the planet Earth.
Yes, and to make the world a better place, we must first start with ourselves. And by saying no to others for the good of our mental health and for the good of our well-being, then yes, we say no, And if we want to say yes, then that's fine too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add?
I think that's it for me.
Yes. So, will you improve something in your, by tomorrow, or in your, like next time you have a request from someone, will you say no now, or?
Oh, actually, I had some. This year I always remember. I would always remember this one because it's not like a request, but like an invitation. Like, do you want to come here at X restaurant, because we're having a meal here, and I was so tired, and I just said, yeah, I don't want to come. And then,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then my sister asked me, I shouldn't have asked you then to come if you're gonna say no. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't feel like going.
But you said no. The first time always, your friends or your siblings or whatsoever, the person there will be a bit surprised to say no.
My sister was
But
actually
the
surprised.
more you will say no, then they will say, oh yes,
The
of
more
course.
it will become normal.
She says no all the time.
Yeah.
And then it will be just part of who you are, and people will respect the way you are. That's it.
And to be honest with you, it's nothing about the money. It's just I'm so tired. I can't do it. So actually, I think I'm doing much more compared to before.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yes, I believe if you show yourself always available to everything, that's the worst. Like it's really. It's a danger. Like you have to change immediately. Never show that you're available all the time, because then people will know, oh yes, of course, like Elle, she's always available, so we'll ask her first. And the same when you text someone, and if you know, oh yes, that person responds immediately. If one day you don't, then people will directly think you are sick, or you are not fine, or you are mad, or there's something not right. Because normally you answer directly. So people will be used to that habit. So that's why it's important also to not be consistent in there. And, just reply when you want, and people will learn from there. Because people learn from the pattern of how you behave.
Yeah. Yes. Create your own pattern. Don't have one pattern. Don't be predictable. Yeah.
I think it's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people will expect things from you just because you are predictable.
Yes.
So that's it for now, I believe.
See ya.
See ya.